oh now. Not me oh. We oh. Me oh me we oh. Not me quick now. We oh. Quick me quick oh. Oh quick me quick. Quick oh. Quick me quick oh quick. Oh not me quick oh. Oh me na oh. Quick quick oh. Me na oh. Oh me na oh. Quick quick oh. Me oh. Quick oh oh. Me oh now. Not me oh. Quick oh. Me oh me quick oh. Not me quick now. Quick oh. Quick me quick oh. Oh quick me quick. Quick oh. Quick me quick oh quick. Oh not me quick oh. Me quick me quick oh. Oh quick me quick. Quick oh. Quick me quick oh quick. Oh not me quick oh. Me quick me now. Oh now. Oh me quick now. Me now. Me quick me now. Oh now. Me now. Me now. Me quick me now. Oh now. Oh me quick now. Me now. Me quick me now. Oh now. Me now. Me now. Twilight Onion.
Alrighty. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for Cricket tuning in. I'm Cricketoon. Tonight, we're going to hop on Final Fantasy XIV. I want to get the latest seasonal event dealt with because that wraps up on the 12th. It's called Little Ladies Day. And then after that, thank you for redeeming the Daily Grunty Food Night Warrior. You got a Snaky Cactus. I think Zaindal redeemed his earlier as well and got a Twilight Onion. There are crickets to tune into, yes. You got one right here. Thank you for cricket tuning in, Lord Zatu. I appreciate it. How you doing tonight? But yeah, plan for tonight. We're gonna hop on Final Fantasy XIV, do the seasonal event that's happening until the 12th, and then the game actually got patch 7.45 a couple days ago, and they added some more quests to the Hildibrand quest line, which I have been streaming in the past, so we'll do those. And then maybe if there's time after that, we'll either do some roulettes or some other things in the game, I guess. Something like that. Let's get right into it. I don't have it up yet, though. Just give me a sec. Figured I'd wait until I got the stream all happening. You broke your phone? I'm sorry to hear that, Knight. You plan on getting a new one? Or a replacement at some point? Oh, that's too big. The new phone, laptop, new shoes, and a Switch 2. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Get these up so I can cover up the chat box. Wait for the queue to actually not happen. Thanks for crying like a cricketoon there, Lorzatu. There we go. Shrink that down. There we go. See how the retainers are holding up. Ooh, these. This one gave me shorts. This one gave me an axe. Oh, that's the robot axe. Hey, that's kind of cool. That's a good find. Shame I don't play any... Shame I'm not a marauder or a warrior. Also need $1,500 for summer classes. Oh, dear. That's pretty pricey for classes. Where is sell? You were selling stuff earlier. Those are obviously ain't selling. Ooh, those plummeted. These lowered a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay. And then someone decides to crash the whole thing by putting one up for 150 when the cheapest is 810. Ugh. I'm gonna go 790. Paid 2,100 for the semester. Wow. Oh wow, this wow. Shit. What the hell are people doing? Oh, yes, I will return that to my inventory. There we go. There's nobody inside my apartment. Cool. All right. So I think we got to go to Olda in order to for this event, seasonal event. All right. So yeah, Little Ladies Day is the Final Fantasy XIV version of Hinamatsuri, which is a Japanese holiday. Also called Dolls Day or Girls Day. Annual festival in Japan, but not a national holiday. Celebrated on the 3rd March of each year. Still got plenty of people running about. Some people still doing the event. Of course, this is Balmung. It's always populated. Oh, there's a fate. Oh, we just got to watch the show that's happening. Oh, we see a lot of people gathering around. All right, gotta talk to this guy. Well, if it isn't Crick, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to this year's Little Ladies' Day festivities. Taking this year's concerts yet, my friend? The Songbirds and the Seneschal Prince are here. As ever, our shining stars on the stage, and they have been practicing oh so diligently for this event. Remind to ask Reno for money. Oh, he's not going to give you money. Economic exploits defied every expert's expectations. As they balance billions of gil in gains, the masses cannot help but contemplate, why do folks flock to them? What forces drive the formidable font of funds to flow? Forgive me for my roguish rambling. I'm Dural Thoral, renowned reporter for the Mithril Eye. I mean to gather information on these prominent performers and pen a piece for our next publication. Seriously, ask for a more perfect opportunity for promotion. Where the Mithril Eye goes, fame and prestige are bound to follow. The Songbirds and the Seneschal Prince will be thrilled to hear of this. Thousand thanks, and without further fanfare, I shall solicit the citizens of the city-state for their feedback. Though now that I think on it, my tendency to focus on the financials might poison the piece's perspective, so to speak. An objective observer would be ideal. Like, say, a passing adventurer? Why, yes, your impartial input would be naught but a benefit. Permit me to brief you on our performers, then. The knowledge will doubtless prove a useful reference for your upcoming report. Let's begin with the Songbirds, the pride and joy of Little Ladies' Day. Our talented trio consists of Ulala, dressed in crimson. Then we have Narumi, dressed in yellow. And, of course, Masha Mahakara, donning blue. Mahakaraka. Okay. They've come far and wide from their humble beginnings, and their tireless efforts have recently borne fruit. Of late, their concerts have taken the realm by storm, winning countless new fans across Eorzea. And it would be remiss of me not to mention Picot, our dashing Seneschal Prince in violet. He is the newest addition to our lineup and a rising star in his own right. He stole many a heart last Little Ladies' Day. Yeah, he was introduced like 2 Little Ladies' Days ago. And is supposed to appease to the female crowd. Your feet are swelling. Maybe you don't need new shoes. They're swelling. Might need bigger shoes if they're swelling. This year we shall be outfitting concert attendees with a unique line of themed apparel and illuminations for the occasion, complete with matching colors for each member of our merry band. So you appeal to all audiences, allowing spectators to support their favorite singer. A sound strategy. Meanwhile, your prize performers pinpoint their most passionate fans in the process, making for a more memorable experience. This person likes to speak in alliterations. With that, I believe I have enough to embark on an excursion. When you are set to search the city for some tried and true testimonial, simply say the word. Yes. just explains the whole thing, the whole event. All right, I'm gonna talk to you. Pushed away from the stage says no to startle any spectators. All right, this way.
Twilight Onion.
Reno, thanks for redeeming your daily grunty food. You got a Twilight Onion. Daddy Oats. Nike slides. Well, they got a cool scythe going on there. You learn about our favorite songbirds today? Well, we are here for Ulala the Faithful. Presence on stage is second to none, and her warm song can melt even the coldest of hearts. She may be small, but the power in her voice more than makes up for it. And that's to say nothing of her passion for her fans and the music. That's why she dons such fiery red hues. I speak for all of us when we say we do most anything for her if she asked, and that with that winsome little smile of hers. You like this shirt? So your small yet esteemed singer's stunning stage craft stirs your sentiments, you say. Duly noted. I suppose I could sympathize. Yeah, we all need money. Oh, there's another person over here. Interviewing folks for a piece of the Songbird and Seneschal Prince? Oh, I love to participate. I'm a Masha fan through and through. She has the most amazing voice, and there's something about the way she dances that really speaks to me. You can tell she puts pride in every facet of her performances and never fails to take my breath away. In fact, her dedication inspires me to be more mindful in my day-to-day living. Even when something as simple as descending the stairs, I'll often find myself thinking, I must be careful. Masha needs me. Speaking of dedication, here Masha's come up with one of the limited-time dishes being served at the Quicksand. We ought to sample it for ourselves. So Masha's perseverance provides a particular sense of purpose past performances, extending into the everyday. Fascinating, all of it. With that, I assume we've accounted for all the aficionados in the area. However, if that Masha fan tells true, those seasonal songbird snacks are bound to bring multitudes to Mistress Momadi's establishment. Come, let us continue our queries at the Quicksand. Lovely group of people. Still gotta figure out what the hell's going on with this particular section, because years ago there was barely any people in this particular stretch. This must be like a new hangout spot or something. Maybe it's the people who want to hang out in the Quicksand but don't want to mingle with the with the ERPers. Oh, I know there's one person named Shiny Celebi. They don't look shiny. Alright, and here we are in the good old Balmung Quicksand, where there's always a lot of people here. No, not as much as yeah. Like what she's wearing. That's just typical gear for people in the 50s, level 50s. Ah, you're reporting for the Mirful Eye, are you? Well, as you doubtless ascertained, I'm one of Narumi's fans. Though she may be the most demure of the three songbirds, she harbors a quiet strength and endless compassion that we cannot help but cherish. She approaches her art so delicately, so exquisitely, that it feels as though she is speaking to all her fans as individuals. It compels us to support her in her everyday endeavor, or in every endeavor, and she might always know happiness from the spotlight. So Narumi employs a subtle yet sincere approach. Imagining such a saintly smile on stage, why, I could certainly see the appeal. Open a new credit card? Well, you might want to clear your debt first. Or... Well, no, a credit card would help you get what you need, but then you'd have to pay that off. You find a good WoW server I can join in once in a while. The server you're on is quiet. Couldn't you just transfer server? Does WoW not have that kind of feature? In the right place, most folks are head over heels for the songbirds, but I only got my eyes for Peacock. That's retail, not private. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, we can afford a WoW server. No, Reno's not going to buy a WoW server. Seneschal Prince, he takes it upon himself to treat his fans like royalty. He's incredibly handsome, of course, but his honeyed words and that sweet little smirk are the highlights of his every show. Would that he could be my prince every day. Oh, and when you shine his violet illumination in the crowd, he does notice, even if you're in the very, very back row. Last Little Lady's Day, he winked in my general direction. Well, even if he didn't actually wink at me, I'd like to believe it was so. Your thought of Picot's past productions is enough to make most fans swoon, a true testament to his talent. And if the rumors are true, he strives to serve all his fans, be they lads or little ladies. Which means there's hope yet that I, too, could be a princess under his sovereign smile. Ahem. As assured, our performers possess a fiery fan base. This wealth of wisdom I'm well prepared to write. One thing struck me as strange. While we were wandering, I espied an elegant young lady surveying the Songbirds Central stage from afar. I'm interested in interviewing her as well if she's so inclined. Shall we sally forth and see what she says? Yeah, let's get out of here before we pick up an STI. Ah, it's this lady. She was from a previous Little Ladies' Day event. Alethea Thorne. You've been well, I trust? Such serendipity. A scion of the honored House Thorne. I had heard that your house had continued to contribute a substantial sum in support of these festivities. Come to celebrate and see the show, I gather? Indeed, on behalf of House Thorne, and out of my own curiosity, I wish to behold the annual concert with my own eyes. Disheartening to know that the annual performances have blossomed into such a passionate showcase of song and dance. Would that I could join the audience and show my own support. And her personal valet is like, no. Though you are hale enough to travel this day, I must advise against it, my lady. We cannot risk worsening your condition. About STI, you have no proof of the fun you had? I don't think there's much fun in the quicksand. I've not the strength to sway to the rhythm and jump about as I please. But from this vantage point, I can at least gaze upon the stage and the audience from afar. Rather enlightening experience, all told. Even from this distance, it's easy to tell how much the performance means to all of them, how joyful they all are. I dare say their energy is contagious. Yes. Light and devotion take many forms. These crowds can find happiness by supporting their beloved singers. If we can garner their interest in this holiday, but even for a fleeting moment, then I could ask for little else. Point you make, my lady, and as you ascertained, all who answer our inquiries delighted in describing their preferred performers, even selecting to celebrate in their own way. There is no correct answer to how to celebrate the season, for only together could they make Little Lady's Day the fine festival it has become. Surely such is likely a significant source of its singer's success. I must thank you thoroughly for your thoughtful theories. It shall serve as a fine addition to my article. They are merely fleeting thoughts as I enjoyed the performances, but I am pleased they could be of use. I wish you both a delightful Little Ladies' Day. Oh, now we gotta talk to you again. I owe you one for our committed cooperation. Indeed, I have amassed all manner of ardent accounts from the fans. Some show support by cheering in cacophonous cries to the stage, while others watch wistfully from a ways off or make merry by feasting on festive foods. As the performer's popularity proliferates, so too do prospective methods to please their fans. Merriment made for one's pastimes is a mysterious, marvelous matter. For our favorite fads, we often find ourselves opening our wallets without so much as a second thought. Even I am no stranger to that. But I digress. It's time we saw these songbirds and seneschal prince for ourselves to fully fathom what the fuss is all about, provided we have permission from the royal seneschal. Welcome back. How fared the interviews? They went well. Wonderfully well, in fact. As our last task, we wish to watch one of the performances if we are welcome to do so. By all means, I would love nothing more than to read your impressions when it's all properly published. More objective observation, I'd like to spectate the show from afar. Might I ask you to take to the crowds? Sure. There they go. Handmaiden here will furnish you with a set of songbird themed attire and portable illumination. Once you obtain what you require, you need only wait for an opportune moment to join the crowd, which is the fate that's playing in the area. Given 4 special actions, each action uses a different colored set of illuminated rods to cheer for the songbirds or the seneschal prince. Bear in mind, each performer is especially receptive to fans who cheer using their signature color. Ah. Surprise me. Cool, we're yellow. Oh, and I lost all my clothes. Yeah, so now we just gotta wait for that fate to pop up. While that's doing that, I am gonna go grab some more water. like we're in for a fair wait. Very small. It's cute. Oh, it's starting. Yes, and once they're selectable, we then have to do one of these emotes. He caught. Need the purple. Then we got blue coming up. Yellow. And then red. Basically, we just keep doing that for the whole duration. Cycle through these guys again. There we go. Got some certificates out of that. My thanks for your participation. I'm sure your fervor out there in the crowds did not go unnoticed. My, what a marvelously masterful performance. Even from a distance, I could not help but offer a round of ardent applause. Fans' passion burned with brilliance That was all but blinding, matched only by the fiery fervor of the performers. I see now why so many are drawn to such shows. Now it's time I inquired about your immersive involvement. How did it feel to savor the sights and sounds of such a spectacle? Nod in silence as you completely understood what just happened. Yeah, I like the middle one. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for the thoughts. I shall account for your attendance in my article. For this I should be able to pen the perfect piece, but dare not delay. Little Lady's Day is only so long after all. I give you my gratitude, adventurer. You've earned your rightful reward. I must take my leave, but may the fates see fit for us to meet again. It was a pleasure to see you enjoying the show. Do not hesitate to join in again if you feel so inclined. We've plenty of performances scheduled. I offer you my gratitude for aiding Dural Tharal. And wish you a wonderful Little Ladies' Day. We get a whole bunch of emotes as a reward. Certificates of collaboration be traded for Royal Servant at Ruby Road Exchange for gear and items. Exchange them for unique emotes that vary from the quest reward. These used up. No, so it's just purple. Cool. What can we get? Well, he also has another quest. Songbird's Central Person scheduled to take a break from the spotlight in mere moments. Might you be interested in speaking with them? Okay, so this just allows us to have a chat with the with the performers. By the peach tree over yonder. Heard you dropped by to see us, Crick. I simply had to make sure I looked my best. You join the rest of my adoring fans of Crimson, yes? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you did. I was wearing yellow, but sure. And if you're not waving my colors around, well, let's just say you and I will have some words. Yeah, kinda. And we get to do that like every single... get to do that with everyone else. We just get glamour. I wouldn't call them glamour. You get confetti. That's that's what it pretty much is. Still odd to think an average girl like myself could become a realm-wide singing sensation. It's no dream. You've earned your praise. We're doing the event again. We can get in on this. That way we can get more certificates. There, 4 more certificates. Unfortunately, all well and good, but I won't be satisfied with that alone. The road to perfection is never ending. To that end, I've recently begun proposing new and more challenging dances and songs so we might reach even greater heights. The girls work tirelessly to deliver stellar performances as well. And we might as well talk to Peacock, too. Feel sick and hungry at the same time? Huh? Eating something might help you feel less sick. Boy. Why would you blame Reno for that, though? Ooh, all right. All right, so where do I turn these thingies in? Grill serving at the Ruby Road Exchange. Okay, so it's further in. Guess not. I see Lee's and Yugiri here, though. Oh, here they are. So we can get an oversized tunic for 2. We can get 2 more emotes for 1. Estrion scroll for 2. Posters from previous events. And a cherry tree for 3. Oh, speaking of more, they're doing the event again. Wow. I don't think Reno's that much of a big shot. More certificates. Grab these. That way we have the whole set of the emotes. I need to get any outdoor furnishings. Oh no, I kind of want that one. Hydrate. There's the hydrate. Thanks for redeeming it. I'm doing pretty good, Zane Doll. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for cricket tuning in. Spend my last token on this one. There. So far, so good. That's good to hear. I see. So the ones we unlocked were green and white. Unique emotes that vary from the quest reward. I wonder if these cycle a certain amount of time. Oh well. Keep our eye on that, I guess. Alright, so that was the Little Ladies' Day event. If there's anything else special that needs to be done. Here's Pippin. All right. Now for the second thing we're going to do tonight. We're going to warp on over to wherever the Solution 9 is. There it is. Doing some pizza? Ooh, what kind of pizza? A need for speed. Final Fantasy just pepperoni. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes a basic pepperoni pizza hits the spot. So we gotta meet up with Hard Boiled. Start the next set of Hildibrand quests. Will cast resolute shadow beneath the unrelenting glare. Frick, I was hoping you'd drop by. Took a bit of doing, but I was able to widen the crack I made in that storage device and yank out a couple new scraps of data. First file just so happened to be a record of Carnelian's procedure. Seems the bastard soul was poured into one of those clot-type monsters. They got an annoying talent for mimicking shapes and faces, which is exactly why Carnelian took advantage of when he tricked us with his fake Kimaka. Oh, there's Hildibrand and Nashu. Never fear, Inspector Hildibrand is here. The other file I pulled had details on yet another monster-fled criminal. This mook was nabbed for repeated vehicular violations, riding his air-wheeler too fast, making reckless maneuvers, dangerous others, that sort of thing. According to the data, he's running around in the body of a cactar now. Judging by what we've seen of that researcher's schemes, he'll have dispatched a prickly spree demon somewhere outside the dome. But where? Rejoice, my good detective, for I, Hildibrand, ancient of inquiry, come bearing the very direction you seek. I have it straight from the mouth of the real Kamaka that an ambulatory cactus is piloting a flying contraption was supposedly observed streaking through the sky on a southerly bearing. Alas, despite hastening to confirm this sighting, our intrepid sheriff arrived too late to see the needle-covered individual in question. The report was summarily dismissed as fanciful imaginings of inebriated townsfolk. The insistent chirp of veteran instinct nonetheless compelled me to investigate. Thus did my faithful servant, assistant, and I venture further south to question the colorful crowds of Tuliyodel. Tuliyolol. Yes, there to find sober witnesses eager to tell of an airborne succulent. He said it was moving at an incredible pace. Sat astride a vehicle like the ones the mechanical invaders had ridden. It was last seen zipping past a dirigible before vanishing in the clouds to the south. Alexandria's soldiers ride on air-wheelers, so unless there's another flying cactar out there somewhere, I think we have our man. Good work. They did it. Almost too good, in fact. Over there. Is that a new case I spy? Hardly had to bait the hook. They're the real deal, all right. Although, come to think of it, I don't know why anyone would bother impersonating either of them to begin with. At least the lead seems solid enough, but if we're serious about catching this guy, we need an air-wheeler of our own. Come on, there's a shop nearby that does custom jobs. Japed him pretty easy. Final Fantasy NPCs scare ya? How so? Make this look natural. Oh, here's some in colors. Ooh, I like this red one. Man, I want to rock that. There's body mechanics, yeah. Did he say they do custard jobs? Ooh, I could go for a nice bowl of custard. Oh, and fun fact, Nashu here, if you remember that matcha girl that we just saw at the Little Ladies Day event, they're related. Believe it or not. This is the place. I used to be a regular here, but I ain't been back in a while. Let's see if they still remember me. Nursing student bodies don't move like that or stare like that. Oh, this is computer animation, so It's bound to do things that the human body shouldn't. Well, look who the wind blew in. Anam, I've come for my steed. That battered old scrap heap. It's been rusting in my garage floor so long, I doubt I could manage a slow trot, let alone a gallop. Happy to give it a tune-up if you've credits to burn, but I'll need you to supply some parts. New high-voltage battery and superconductor coil at a minimum. Chronometer's ticking. I'll see if I can't get my hands on a battery, but can I ask you to track down the coil? These soft-boiled dopes wouldn't know suspension spring from an anti-gravity gimbal, but you I can trust to find the right part without cracking under the pressure. I'm on it, detective. Hard-boiled seems desperate to get his air-wheeler up and running, so I'll give you a tip. You want a coil quick-like? Then salvage the rides of defective sentries is your best bet. I'll even lend you this handy gadget to help you out. Set off the stress signal on the west side of old Alexandria, and you'll soon have some murderous mechanical company to dismantle for parts. I'll take these two along with me on the battery hunt. Good luck out there. Boy, look alive, you. Gotta go find a battery. Alright, so we gotta go all the way there. Trigger a distress signal so we can beat up some enemies for a spring. Seems appropriate time to use this mount. Get that summoned up. Okay, cool. We just had to beat that up. It wasn't like 2 or 3 additional enemies. Yeah, I got our hands on a superconductor coil. Alright, that should do the trick. Now, where did your mates run off to? Can't be that hard to find a store which sells batteries. Probably head over to the Nexus Arcade and see what's keeping them. That's the Nexus Arcade. I thought it was like just down the street. Scoping up the new models. Trouble picking up that coil? Nothing you couldn't handle, I wager. As for the battery, I bought one easily enough. The problem was convincing the inspector and his gal to stick around after he caught whiff of a tantalizing familiarity. Long story short, they wandered off and haven't come back. Suppose we ought to go look for him, eh? Tantalizing familiarity. What that is. Yep. Oh, it's one of the zombies. Is that a corpse? A smiling corpse? Ah, you needn't fret, detective. This dapper zombie is an old acquaintance of mine. Allow me to introduce myself, good sir. I am a proud member of the Gentle Dead Men and disciple of Master Hildibrand. I have been on the road seeking out new recruits for our merry moldering band. Said search is what brought me here and into the midst of this unsuspected, yet most welcome reunion. I don't usually hold with necromancy, but he seems harmless enough. So, if you're done catching up, we got a case to work on. In actual fact, our conversation was almost entirely case-adjacent. Employing his nose for festering fellows, this gentle zombie traced the stench of necromancy decay to the very facility in which I once slumbered. Yes. Yes, I became fast friends with one of the reanimated researchers there. During the process of getting to know each other, he spoke briefly of the only person left alive after the incident. According to my new charnel chum, all the lab workers perished when an accident resulted in leakage of highly toxic substance. All that is, save for a single man who actually wore a protective gas mask. Keshkai is his name. He was second in charge after the overseer himself, yet disdained by his peers as a condescending know-it-all. They did, however, grudgingly recognize his passion for work. Even after devoting a full day to official experiments, he would pour his remaining time and energy into some mysterious side project. And he was the sole surviving researcher, you say? Sounds like we finally have a name for our mastermind. Courtesy of the shambling undead, no less. No matter how many years I do this job, well, thanks for that. Glad to be of service. Now, if you'll excuse me and my new recruit and I have a cafe tour planned. Watching videos of people complaining they only make 34 an hour. God, I wish I could make 34 an hour. I'm only making like 17, 18 an hour. 34 an hour, I'd be able to buy like 2 Switch 2s. That fella was an honest-to-God's walking corpse, huh? I've met weird folk in my line of work, but do you always keep company with such oddballs? Yes. Oh, well, that was out of line. I just reckon there are forces in this world where you're better off not messing with. Anyway, let me take these parts back to Manam and get my wheeler repaired. Shouldn't take too long. I'll ride him back here to make sure he's running smoothly and you can see the magnificent beast in all its glory. Most you ever paid was $26 an hour and was low about 2 months. Yeah, that job that you were doing, that was probably a couple years back, wasn't it? Pay was good, but you hated it. A year almost, yeah. Here he comes. Oh, jeez, he's got a gun in the front. God, would you look at that? Oh, poor Hildibrand. Oh, there's that bug. What do you think, Crick? I call him Night Stallion. He's a custom job built for yours truly and has far too much horsepower for the average mook to handle. Anti-gravity capabilities are standard, but when it comes to ground speed, he's been tweaked to achieve the highest possible performance. The trick is to install quick heating motor coils. I'm poking around on it. But won't the increased heat compromise the magnetic field's integrity, you ask? Well, while that's a valid concern, a hotter drivetrain responds completely different when you open up the throttle and... You, get those filthy hands off my ride. I merely thought to enhance your beloved steed with a touch of Salamanderville. So you've had this amazing machine this whole time? Why haven't you been riding it until now? Ah, so fresh-faced and innocent. The spitting image of my assistant. Bug. I'll never forget the day I hung up my spurs. It was right after I caught Carnelian. He's riding on it. I meant to get a screenshot of that, but didn't in time. I've been simmering the thoughts of vengeance, fit to burst my shell at any moment. Uh-oh. Bam. The Akira slide. Oh, there goes your adapter thingy. Big house is too good for the likes of the Crime King. See in hell, your majesty. Oh. Should have pulled the trigger when you had the chance. You gone soft, hard-boiled. This flashback exceeds the legal length. Wow, I just ruined it. Laced with illicit embellishments, no doubt. Hi. I like how I just slide in. Stick to the facts. Cut to the chase, my assistant was avenged. Slinging the crime king into a slammer took me off the boil, and riding cold just ain't my style. But now that Carlinian's on the streets again, it's time for me to get back in the saddle. Now I realize that's not really a gun. It's the motorcycle is horse shaped in some way. That's the horse head. Could be a gun though. They were saying that Cactar punk flew over Thule whatever and then blew past a dirigible on his way south, right? What kind of territory are we looking at? Lots of big trees are there. Let's make this Yak Tells dirigible landing our starting point. I'll take Night Stallion and meet you there. He just wants to ride the motorcycle. Now he needs to change of clothes. Wish I had a shiny air wheeler like the detective. I'd finally be able to keep up with the inspector. Meteor rights and meteor wrongs. Right, we shall find our way to this cocktail dirigible landing. See you there. I'm pretty sure it was Yak's tail, Inspector. No, it's Yak Tall. Both of you were idiots. Yak Tell. Now I'm an idiot. Oh, it's raining. First time aboard a dirigible, it's not so different from an airship, if said airship had jettisoned its own means of propulsion. I made it. Even this jaded old gumshoe has to appreciate the view coming over the treetops. Anyway, I talked to the locals while waiting for you lot to arrive. One fella has seen Mr. Cactar flying down to the lower forests. I'm told the biggest place out that way is a settlement called Mamuk, so that'll be our next destination. Very good, Detective. But what's become of your wondrous reeler? Night Stallion would draw more attention than I'd like. I'll use the autopilot function to call him if I need him, but otherwise I'll make do with my own 2 feet. Cool, so that means we gotta go down here. Joke's on them, I know how to teleport. Oh, it's awfully dark here beneath the canopy. Such a dense proliferation of forest giants. I'm reminded of the Twelveswood. Must be Mamook. They build things different down here, huh? We ain't got time to admire the architecture. Spread out and find someone who's clapped eyes on that cactar. Talk to 3 random people. Use webcam. Sure. Made sure to turn that on this time. Where's my clock? There we go. There. I'll run for 10 minutes. Can we change faces? I don't think I can. No, that would hurt. I'm not changing my face. Oh yes, I did see an unusual creature riding a strange vehicle through the forest at breakneck speeds. The eagle's terrible noise is what first drew my attention, followed by the incomprehensible yelling of its pilot. Yet the sight of this posturing man-plant was so absurd I found myself more bemused than frightened. Oh, you actually had a quest. A quest I have no reason to do. Well, they got these guys too spread out. Yes, I've encountered the fiend you described. The forest has its share of fantastical creatures, but this one was undeniably out of place. I observed it smashing one of the giant meteorites with a club, then racing away with the broken pieces. Make of that what you will. Ah, so it's after the meteorites that are scattered about southern area. Oh, here's these two. They found a glowing banana. Banana peel is almost as sparkly as Inspector was. I slipped on that banana peel and almost went tail over tea kettle. Could this have been a devious trap laid by our quarry? You want to rob a bank and don't want to go to jail. Well, unfortunately, those things go hand in hand, I believe. I mean, unless you don't get caught. But you eventually will. Spakulja. The subject of recent gossip. I crossed paths with the creature myself, and it was indeed odd, but the machine it rode upon was a true wonder. He pulled up alongside me in my weaver, challenged us to a race, then zoomed off with astounding swiftness. Trying to catch that fiend, you'll need an equally miraculous mount. You mean rob a bank, fly to Mexico, get plastic surgery, live successfully? Might work then. Oh boy. So, what's the wrap? Oil's up 50% in like 2 days. Damn. Testimonies I gathered were very much the same. There's a cactar racing around here, that much can be certain. If he's making stops to bag meteorite fragments, then this ain't no simple joyride. Talk to me, Crick. Something about those rocks I ought to know? Yes. They help this forest to grow. Some kind of special etheric radiation, eh? We haven't pieced together Kashkayi's big plan yet, but he seems real interested in those space stones. Which means we've got a good chance of finding a spiky goon by stalking out the spots where the meteorites are. If we nab the cactar, we can make him lead us to the researcher and a Carnelian. When I say us, I mean me and Night Stallion, of course. Once we find him, the rest of you won't be given chase. Won't be given chase without an air-wheeler. I need no such contrivance. These legs have been conditioned by an intensive chocobo-bearing exercise regimen. And there they go. Oh, good luck to them. Still think he's a weak-willed punk, but I can't deny that uncanny body of his is made of sterner stuff. Yes. Let's get on with it, then. I hear there's a few good-sized meteorites alongside the road that leads out of town. We'll start at the near end and hope the Mook puts in an appearance. That clumsy oaf trying to hide. What are you two doing? Who knew meteorites were so big or bumpy? Fancy meeting you here. I too deduce that this may very well be the scene of our criminal's next crime. No wheel or run cactar around here. Let's move on. That idiot inspector took off like he had the case all sewn up, but running fast didn't find him any leads, did it? Yeah, I thought he was onto something. Oh, don't worry, he'll be onto something soon. That way, Nashu. I think I may be onto something.
Bruh.
Indeed. Is it almost time to eat? Could endure but a little while longer, Nashu. Is that doll trying to keep out of sight or not? Sign of him here either. On to the next meteorite. Detect a hint of criminality in that direction. Onwards, Nashu. We mustn't let the detective beat us to the punch. She just waves. Oh, now he's eaten one of the glowing bananas. I say, these bananas are really quite good. No, now she's got a taco. Travel tacos. I murder an egg right about now. Both. Probably Mexican, actually. Get out and stand aside, or it's 1,000 needles in your hide. Make way for the unmatchable, uncatchable Spike. Like that intro. He's carrying a club. This one looks ripe for the smashing. Hold it right there. I'm going to need you to hop off that air wheeler. Oh, timer's up. Boop. Huh? You must be the blowhards I was warned about. Think you give orders to the succulent speedster? My ride is maxed out with black market mods and there ain't no one faster. Keep up if you can, slowpokes. Okay. He doesn't have a club anymore. That's the way it's gonna be. Challenge accepted. To me, Night Stallion, it's time to burn rubber. And we're like, well, geez, what the hell am I gonna do? I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you, Inspector. His nose is a coin slot. No, that was his mouth. Cactars don't have noses. Yeah. Damn it, the stallion's at full gallop and I'm still trailing. Would seem you require my assistance after all. You caught up to me on foot? Fine, change your plan. Where's my damn python? I'll just tweak the weapon's elemental settings like so. With you steering and me providing the thrust, that fiend will soon learn a harsh lesson. Nothing outruns a fired-up Manderville man. Now they're flying. Are they actually gaining on me? Come on, then. I feel the needle for speed. He's all spiky now. We did it! Victory is ours! Oh. He's gonna crash! Oh, Night Stallion's not gonna make it. Rip Night Stallion. Can't believe it. My undefeated record. My legendary win streak. It's over. And yet, I feel strangely content. Time to kick some cactar ass. Enough, you win. Just hand me over the coppers and hand me over to the coppers and be done with it. Oh, okay. So the researcher forced you to work for him like he did with the other fiends. That's right. Told me to smash and grab the meteorites from the forest, but not what he wanted them for. All this way to nab some delinquent goon and no leads on Keshkai or Carnelian to show for it. Not to mention my beautiful ride getting trashed. That one's on you, Hildibrand. Perhaps we can try running together next time. Oh, if you're looking for Keshkai, I know exactly where he'll be, waiting for my meteorite delivery over by the cliffs southwest of here. Why didn't you say that sooner? I bet Carnelian is there with him. He won't escape this time. There he goes. I leave this criminal cactar in your custody. Fiendish appears aside, 'tis a man's soul within, and so please treat him accordingly. Now, let us follow the detective to these cliffs, shall we? I must ensure these villains are served a gentleman's justice. Oh, there's the bug. If you stream, can you get confirmation that people will watch? Yeah, I'll probably check you out. Night. Oh, geez, all the way over there. Oh, she's dozing off. You smell it? The scent of criminality is in the air. Shh, I can hear him up just ahead. Let me get the drop on them before we all go barging in. He's late. We must assume something went wrong. These meteorites will provide the perfect energy source, and I prefer to harvest a surplus. But it is too great a risk to linger here. Freeze, mage. You so much as twitch your lips and I'll light you up. No! I've worked too hard to give up now! He's getting away. He'll keep. I've got the one I want. Don't think I'm taking you in just so you can escape. Never again. Murder is not the answer, detective. Oh, got absorbed. Where did Cornelian go? You almost had me, if not for this bumbling fool you tolerate. Soft as ever. You and me are done, Hildibrand. Stay out of my way. My recent inadequacies as inspector appear to have earned the detective's ire. As you, he turned to assistance with this case, Crick. It's only fitting that you remain at his side for the duration. Sure. Meanwhile, Nashu and I shall persist with our own independent inquiries. And then we're teleported back to Solution 9. Sorry for the sudden exit back there, but that yolk for brains had me steaming. Hildibrand only wants to help, bruh. That's the problem. His help ain't nothing but a hindrance. Let me guess, they're like over the other side of the bloody thing, yeah. Oh no, he saw us. Oh, the love of... I see you sulking over there, soft-boiled. Isn't this a delightful spot of serendipity? We're simply following the villain's trail, and look how we all run into each other, completely by chance. Aw. We were only passing through, after all. We shall apprehend that mastermind with our own tried-and-true mythology, you shall see. Rick, I want you on the case with me from here on out. When it comes to a proper guide beyond the dome, as well as being tougher than yours truly, No one else fits the bill. You might need to cool your heels a bit while I work on salvaging more data, but Hard-Boiled always gets his files in the end. See you around. Cool. That concludes this patch's iteration of Hildibrand's quest. Now we get the post-credit sequence. Or, meanwhile, elsewhere. Oh, we're inside a research factory of some sort. Giant-ass tube. And those two. At long last, my scheme has come to fruition. No longer must I endure the company of incompetent colleagues. All is in readiness. The replication of my brilliant mind is at hand. Never again will I be known as the Kinoloka Corpus's second best. My name shall ring across the lands, carried far and wide by an army of unrivaled geniuses. Something amusing. Oh, just the fact that you've repaired a device capable of miracles, yet your plans for it are so very banal. You dare mock me? Oh. What a bore he was. Now to realize a dream worthy of this marvelous technology. Oh. It's the alien ship. There, now for the post-credit sequence. Detective Hard-Boiled, they call me. Cool and tough as a cucumber wrapped in old leather, I'm a man who prefers his own company. Today's egg was overdone. I let the pot boil and boil, a match to my mood. Say you can't make a cracked shell whole again. Maybe it's time I smashed it completely. And then now she walks in full color. Coy, those are some troubling thoughts. Can anyone save Detective Hard-Boiled from himself? I bet the inspector can. With us on the case, a happy ending is never far away. So yeah, they'll probably continue that in 7.5, which will probably be probably in a couple months. Jeez, Crick, I work fast, but not that fast. Come back another day, will ya? Remember when I said I felt eyes on me? Well, I still feel like I'm being watched. Maybe I do have some addle-headed admirer after all. Or this person's responsible, I don't know. Do you have some admirer? Maybe they might be around here. You also need a bed frame. I could probably use a new bed frame myself. Oh no, there's the watch. It's the bug. All right. That unfortunately didn't, like, give us anything. That was just mission progress. Yeah, those were the two things I wanted to do in Final Fantasy XIV. Cool. A mask. Big ass sword. Oh, which on that note. There's the hydrate. Thanks for redeeming it. Let's go over here and get our seals. I like this Lala's fit. Thank you for cricket tuning in, Crisco. I appreciate it. How you doing tonight? Shame that's not dyeable. Probably have that. All right, now what to do? suppose one thing we can do is the Beast Tribe stuff. Still got stuff to do at Mamuk and those other guys. I forget their name. a far way away to get to Bloodsworn with the Mamulja. Alright, so we need to make visitors wear. Visitors winterwear. You need to make 3 of those and 2 cart components. Much luck with the rapid synthesis. There we go. Cart components. There, those are dealt with. And to make snow removal tools. Oh, how nice. That got me to the next threshold. Yeah, now we're at friendly. We move to our next step, building the stonemason's workshop. Essential for restoring the breathless altar to its former grandeur. Each stone that was swept away must be made again in traditional Yokhoi fashion, no less. Skilled mason named Gizorhor, and work was proceeding at pace until a certain incident occurred. As you can see, he is distraught. My words do not seem to reach him. I don't know what had happened, only that he is intent on leaving. Gotta pat him down. Apologies for ignoring you before. I was panicked and barely aware of my surroundings. I should probably explain why. While I was going about my task for the day, I caught sight of one of the snow spirits. It pranced about playfully and approached, then pelted me with ice magic. I managed to flee before I was impaled by a frozen spear, but now that I have seen the extent of the raft, I cannot risk my life working here. I warned everyone to be wary of the spirits, but it seems I failed to convey just how dangerous they could be. And while I understand Gizorhor's fear, this attack only emphasizes how crucial it is for us to complete restoration of the altar. For that, we need his expertise. Come with me to Walor's Echo to help convince our mason to return. There must be some way to sway him. You mean to convince me to climb back up that mountain? I must refuse. Why did you let the spirits get so close? As I said, the spirits seemed inviting, but then their mood turned foul so quickly. But I understand now. If I was taken by surprise so easily, others might be as well. That is precisely why we must restore the altar, is it not? I understand your point, yet the very memory of that terrible moment sends a chill down my spine that keeps my legs firmly planted here. I understand your feelings, Gizorhor. I feel them too, but yet the Torgor was courageous in the face of all that, and so must we be. Torgor? Oh, the one who lived in the mountains before the avalanche. Yes, she once told me that the spirits have been there since ancient times, and wrought calamity upon any who dared to encroach upon their home. When our forebears settled there, they were battered by avalanches and snowstorms, until they performed the pact for the first time. Ever since, the ritual on the altar it is performed on A pawn served as the foundation for a peaceful coexistence with the spirits. Torgor bore that responsibility alone for many years, keeping disaster at bay. Yet she is with us no longer, and someone must follow in her footsteps. I must follow. Sad face. Take on this burden, even knowing full well the danger it poses? Torgor would have wanted it this way. When she would descend from her home, she would stay with me. I treasure each and every one of those memories. You really must see how Turte and the other spirits frolic during the ritual. You never think they could just as easily bury us all under a hail of snow. The pact is all that protects us from that fate, and soon I will be its sole inheritor. Although I'm young still, perhaps it's time to begin looking for a pupil. Oh, I know, it could be you, Farafner. Yeah, I jest. That was our final conversation. On the way back, she suffered that terrible accident. Had we kept the memory of the pact alive in Walor's echo, had we maintained the roads leading to and from the altar, then Tardorgor may still be with us. Her loss was a tragedy of indifference. Yet the memory of her devotion gives me courage. That and the presence of Crick, who so bravely stood before Valley Garmanda. Crick? That Crick? You traveled from across the salt and risked life and limb for Tyrol, and if you could do that for us, I should not balk at doing the same. I'm no fighter. If the spirits were to attack again, what would I do? Flee to warmth. You'll be safe there. That indeed might be the wisest course of action. The spirits would be loath to enter a warm room, and their will may falter upon seeing so many Yokoi gathered together. I think I can manage with that. Before I do, I must confess something. I was so flustered during my flight from the spirits, I dropped my most important tools. They are lost to the snows now, and I fear I cannot work with them. I can see to that, right? Surely a set of stonemason tools, equipment for precise measuring and such, crafted by your hands, will serve as a fine replacement for what Gizorhor lost. Cool, so we're going to make some new stonemason tools. Nice. This is masterful work indeed, even better than what I had before, in fact. Now I should make good on my promise to get back to it. The workshop I build shall be worthy of these splendid tools. Nothing's more encouraging than seeing an artisan so eager to test his new equipment. Let's return to shelter and tend to my own work. Please stop by for a chat when you have a free moment. Alright, now there's a whole new building. Now that we can make traditional stonework here, we could use it in the buildings we prepare as well. With each brick laid, we draw one step closer to completion. Patterns you see are among the oldest used by our people. Many depict scenes of us living side by side with the snow spirits, making them as been quite the educational experience. I hope that our Torgor is proud to see the progress we've made. Let's continue to work and learn for Torgor's sake. I encourage you to do the same, Crick. Nice. Reputation up to trusted. Cool. Now we get to do 3 more quests. And this guy sells some new stuff, such as an equestrian roll. I think that's about it. Let's get these out of the way while we're here. Dock Hoy Handicrafts. Did someone say Chiro? Freak Chiro nuts. There we go. Alrighty. We still got like an hour left. Kind of mood to switch to another game. No, we still got that Super Metroid Zelda: Link to the Past Love and Friend to do, so maybe I'll switch to that. Kind of in the mood to play those. Give me a moment. I need to go grab my controller for that. All right. And close out of this. Turn those off. We'll get those screenshots some other time.